Alright, you disgusting human beings. I am currently back. It's been a while since I've done this. I think like almost a month, I'd say, a couple weeks. Pretty late to the party, but I've had like no motivation to do this, but I guess I'm pretty bored right now, so pretty good time to do it, I'd say. But alright. So I'm assuming most of you are pretty interested in my opinion, the Highlander TG that happened like 2-3 weeks ago. We have quite a lot to talk about. So but if you want the short version, pretty much it's in the right direction, but executed really poorly. And I'll get into like an explanation of why this is the case. But let's start off with the simple things. First of all, dodge grab is broken. I think anyone with any like common sense will like realize that dodge grab is really overtuned. Like the ability to dodge grab anything and like beat any follow-up of anything is really strong. Especially since you got, I think it was like what, 28 damage heavy, 26 damage heavy in offensive stance. I don't remember, it was something like that. It was a little while ago, but it's strong for duels, it's strong as a defensive option, it's strong in ganking setups, etc. It's really strong. They should look at it. I don't think dodge grab should exist. I think dodge kick is perfectly fine. In certain scenarios, actually dodge grabbing instead of dodge kicking hurts you more than it helps you. For example, let's say somebody is out of stamina, they throw a light at you, trying to hit you out of offensive stance, and you dodge, but you want to kick, but due to the force input, you dodge grab instead. They get full stamina, you get your heavy. So like that. That's just one example out of the many. But wave dashing, they took wave dashing away, and I'm not really sure why this was the case. It's not really the, somebody messaged me on Xbox, but I'm not really sure why they did it, to be honest. They gave, in return, they gave Highlander longer dodges in offensive form, which doesn't make up for wave dashing, because wave dashing is such a needed part of this character's kit. You have no idea. So, for example, the reasons why this is really needed is because, for example, let's say I'm in defensive stance, I dodge forward, right? Theoretically, in the live current Highlander, you can get out of offensive stance instantly and parry like a light attack if they interrupt you, crushing counter heavy. You have options, right? It's a read on top of reaction, right? Now, in the TG, when you dodge forward, you couldn't switch your guard because the wave dashing was gone, so you couldn't get out of offensive stance instantly. So if you dodge forward and they simply reacted to the heavy or light, you would literally eat that damage. You couldn't do anything about it. And you could also say, well, you could just dodge forward offensively. You could, but that's the thing. The dodge offensive light comes out slower. I'm not really sure if this is intended or not, but it like beats the point of dodge offensive lighting, especially when dodge grab exists. Dodge grab literally comes out faster than dodge offensive light does in TG, even with it being 600 ms. There's like a delay when you dodge to get, like when you dodge in defensive form to do a dodge into offensive light. There's like a 300-400 ms delay keeping you from doing it. I'm not sure that was intended, but it really needs to go away. It's really bad. I think if they're going to keep dodge grab, having it a forced input, meaning where if you dodge in any direction except backwards in offensive form, and you push the guard break button, which is the bash button as well, you are forced to do a dodge grab. And it feels really uncomfortable to play, especially if you want to do kick, because certain scenarios, kick is just better to do. You can like ledge somebody, you can push somebody away from team fights, you can like interrupt them, you can push them away, heavy them, and back up to reset space, distance, and get heavy hit stun. With dodge grab, you're forced to grab them, throw them on the ground, heavy them. That's it. You sure your team gets heavies, but like certain scenarios, dodge grabbing is it's worse than dodge kicking. The stam management they give him is phenomenal. He no longer takes half his stamina feigning an offensive heavy into a guard break and throwing him to the wall for a top heavy. He no longer takes half his stamina, thank God, right? but I think personally they gave him too much stamina. He could do so much pressure with how much stamina he's got. We're getting to that here in a little bit. If they gave him Centurion stamina, and I guess it's fine, but personally to me it looks like they gave him too much stamina. But kick feint, kick grab, kick feint, kick feint. Kick feint is amazing. Being able to feint your kick to guard break, a light, a heavy, a zone, whatever you want, it's incredible. Keep that. Just keep it. It's amazing. Top heavy and guard break, wonderful. I'm glad they did top heavy instead of side heavy, and I will explain why. Because let's say that you did a side heavy, right, on guard break. Your side heavies are going to do less damage in this scenario than your top heavy, so 24 damage for side heavy, and like, I don't know, 26, 28 damage for top heavy, depends what they want to do. This will make him better in team fights, so side heavies do currently in the TG do more damage than your top heavies, so you get more pressure from swinging side heavies from team fights. Really helpful, really good peel, etc. like that. Zone attack having hyper armor is an interesting change. I'm not really sure why they did it, to be honest. I think they just gave him something in his zone because they didn't really know what to do with his zone, which is fair, I guess. Being able to feint the first part of his zone to like offensive stance, guard break is fine, it's good. Being able to infinitely chain zone to heavy, zone, rinse and repeat for, I guess it's pretty good for pill, team fighting, minion clears, pretty bad, or it's pretty good. It's not like a terrible change. It's not bad. Backstep light, phenomenal. They got rid of that. Thank you. Backstep light was super safe. A lot of characters couldn't punish it consistently, at least. It needed to go. I'm not really sure why they removed 20 damage CCs and made it down to 18 CCs. Honestly, 20 damage is fine, especially since like Highlander's light attacks in general don't have the biggest of hitboxes. If somebody's to your left, you don't really hit them with it, so like they could just light you out of it, especially since you don't have a hyper armor or hyper armor fault light attack you can't trade. So like it's kind of just free damage essentially for them. Either improve the hitboxes on Highlander's light attacks to hit somebody on your side, or don't lower the damage. I'm not asking for a fair hitboxes, obviously, because that's just kind of ridiculous. Just give Highlander better hitboxes in general, because there's certain scenarios when I'm in offensive form, and I'm throwing an offensive heavy, and I'm external to somebody in front of me, and my offensive heavy just literally whiffs right in front of them for like no reason. Just no reason. It makes no sense. It would be great if they looked at that, but kick to grab is still pretty much useless, honestly, unless they're out of stamina or something. Just pretty much useless, which I'm surprised they didn't do something with that. But what else did they do? Kick is great, bro. I think Stam should be looked at, but his biggest issue is neutral. Highlander has yet to have any neutral pressure. As a matter of fact, Highlander has a worse neutral pressure in the TG than he does in current live Highlander. For example, and the reason this is because, for starters, in TG, Highlander's backstep light is gone. So if I make a wrong read, that's guaranteed parry light attack, pretty much, unless they mess up. There's nothing I can do about that. Heavies are sped up, right? That's pretty much his only real benefit from, except for zone, hyper armor from neutral. He has no way to get into offensive stance at all, unless you quote unquote make a read, which is never that black and white. So that's terrible advice, as someone ever says that. It's annoying. But so if somebody stares at you in front of you, you literally can't do anything. You can't do anything. If it's a warlord, he can just headbutt you free, and there's nothing you can really do besides dodge attack it. Even then, if you can't react to his headbutt, which 90.9% of the players can't do, it's just free damage. It's just, he has even worse pressure in neutral than he has ever had in his entire existence, except maybe when he first released, because he literally couldn't do anything. It just feels like they're going in the right direction, but this TG was executed really poorly. But they did, in my opinion, they did a great job. They did a way better job than I ever thought they would. They kept the character's identity. They gave him way better offensive pressure. They just they need to severely work on it. They need to bring wave dashing back. They need to make dodge grab either really look at it if they want to keep it, or remove it and give dodge kick back, and then make just speed up neutral grab to like 600, 800 ms. I think 800 ms would be fine for neutral grab personally. They can make kick grab work as intended. For example, if somebody is in heavy hit stun, and if I was to kick to grab them after that and they're still in heavy hit stun, if they make a dodge attack, bam, my grab always lands. Always. So I have to get into heavy hit stun, and then I get rewarded with the 50-50 mix up that I can keep using over and over, etc. And in order to put them in that heavy hit stun, they either have to block one of my heavies or eat one of my heavies. So I think that's fine personally. Obviously there could be some adjustments on that, see how it works, but that's something they could do. But I think they should look at hitboxes, breathe wave dashing back, make his hitboxes better, especially in his zone. His zone's hitboxes are terrible. He's got some bugs that they need to work out. For example, if you feint kick and you kind of do it at a wonky timing, which is pretty easy to do, Highlander will just buffer throw a heavy from kick, and you'll just eat a dodge attack, and there's like nothing you can do. It's really, really strict when it comes to feigning your kick, so that doesn't happen. Wave dashing needs to be brought back. You cannot remove that. This character is not playable without wave dashing. He's actually worse in the live TG than live current Highlander. Highlander is worse at high level to mid level in TG than he is in live, and that may be hard for you to believe if you don't understand the character, don't understand why, and that's okay. He's not meant for everybody, unfortunately. You can always ask questions as well. I will fulfill them to my best, but nevertheless, that is my opinion on the TG as late as this response was to this. But that's pretty much the main thing of it. I don't really have any VODs or anything out of it. I mean, I could go down there, but I feel like it's kind of pointless to showcase what I'm talking about. More just explain it, because it's really just minor stuff. But nevertheless, let's get into duels. Okay, got Shinobi gamer. This matchup is really bad. Could always be worse though, especially if they do that for some reason. That was a free guard break. Interesting. So heavy here. He just doesn't care. Not light. I dodged. I thought I did at least. What in the world? Oh. He kicks. I'm gonna zone here. Yes. The ego zone. Yes, sir. Beautiful as ever. Matchup isn't terrible. It's mostly me staring at Shinobi and defensive eye to him into like the dodge kick or something. That's nothing too special. Pretty much the average blender matchup, I guess. You know. Watch this. I'm gonna hit him once a light. Never mind. My plan did not work. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Light. Light into light into light into grab. 10 out of 10 for effort. My urethra. Alright, let's try this. Oh my god, no way, we just won that. He must be so bad. I definitely would be. Holy fuck. Oh my god, Highlander once again wins. Absolutely. Sweet. Let's do heavy into heavy. Back heavy into heavy again. Oh shit. He keeps doing that for some reason. I also killed the curse. I lied and it was not gonna work, never mind. I lied. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Bro does not care about my offensive lights. Bro, it's just Giga, I guess. That was the most Consolian deflect ever. That was the I'm going to ego this heavy and deflect it, and it worked. Alright, I guess I'm gonna just keep spamming offensive lights so it'll just die, because he just lights through it for some reason. That or I can just parry and get free 30 damage. Watch, he'll light me. He'll light me. Light me. Don't make me look like an idiot now. Light. Told you. Told you. He did eventually. And I got my free 30 damage. Beautiful damage. I do love the damage. And I'm just kind of sad they took it away, but they gave him like valid offense for it, but like they need to work on it. They need to like execute it better to make it better, you know. But alright. On to the next one. Okay, we got a Black Prior. Wonderful. I do love fighting a Black Prior. In all seriousness, this matchup isn't too bad. I mean, it's bad, obviously, but like I actually don't mind it too bad, to be honest. It's not like it's one of the, like the more enjoyable matchups. Obviously. Ugh. No. I dodged. At least I thought he did, at least. He bashes me. He egos that. That's crazy. You got this. Really? My light just didn't come out. Let's kick him here. He'll eat it. Just like that. And he's dead. Beautiful. I'm actually kind of surprised he ate that, to be honest. Because all he had to do was a dodge attack that or reaction. I would have died. That's what I could have done. But he kind of just sat there and ate it. I don't know. It's getting a little weird. But this is like the only character you can't spam defensive lights on. That's why I'm kind of like doing one or two and just standing there. Is you can just like block one and flip the next. So like it's like pretty risky. But let's see if he eats these heavies. He does. I'm insane. Like that. See, he's trying to flip them. So I'm kind of like scared to offensive light him because he'll just like randomly flip one. I'll eat 24 damage for it. But I guess in that case it didn't really matter because like I had massive health lead, so like he was kind of like forced to make arena or something, and it didn't really matter if I got flipped around because I would have won anyway. Unless I like would have massively thrown, I guess it would have been different. Let's kick here. Light here. Light again. Nice. That's fine. I don't know why you rolled. I did it too late. You're dead. Beautiful. Very interesting decisions, but very, very nice, clean, easy. Not sure why you rolled for me. That's kind of weird. Maybe you did it by accident or something. I'm not sure. At this point, if somebody rolls for me, it's like it kind of benefits me more than it does anything else, because think about it. You roll for me, right? So you choose to donate your space to me. You choose to give me full stamina back, and you choose to reset back to neutral for both of us. And I'm already in defensive stance, so like I actually have prio over you. Unless you're like a very select few of characters that I don't have prio. But nevertheless, like roll for me all you want, you know? Like it doesn't really do much anymore. Besides, they give me more than it does you. Unless you have like a giant health lead, then it's kind of different. But let's see it.
Round one.
Alrighty, let's see here. Got an Orochi gamer. His matchup was entirely in my favor. At higher to mid level, you should always win this matchup. It's like nothing Orochi can really do. Besides like play reactively to your kit, then he kind of just dies. Because Orochi has like no offense in duels. Unless you're like, yeah, the reaction time of a snail, I guess. And other than that, he doesn't really do much. So, give Orochi back his kick recovery, please. Woo! Like this. Insane chair throw. He hit me. That's offensive.
Round two.
Poor Richie. I always feel bad for this character. This character has always been horrendous to play in ones. Not play against, because he's usually just been free, but the character is just so shit in ones. His offense is bad, but yet he's really strong 2s and 4s. Like, he's insanely good in 2s. Like, he just has like nothing going for him at once. Besides, like, I guess you could say like GG make a read, you know, but like, how far will that read really get you? About dying like this, because you can't do anything. Because you can't do anything. No, no. I don't think I've lost to Orochi in like a long time in duels. Long time. I have no idea. I have no clue. What was that? I got the wonkiest Highlander animation in the world. Holy. Bruh. Can't do that. Let's do an emote here. He keeps doing it again. You can't punish offensive lights on with the light attack because I can just parry it like that. Throw it heavy and I'll most likely eat it every time. Well, that is that matchup. As very fast as that was. Well, I guess on to the next one. What else could he have done though? Like, besides, I don't know, read me perfectly, I guess. But on to the next. We got the same BP. Let's see if this goes any different. Eats the heavy. Eats the heavy. I'm not going too hard, eh? Light, 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 light. It's actually so funny when people can't block that other reaction. Like they just don't block. They just sit there and eat every offensive light. It's insane, dude. It's crazy. Too heavy? He finally parries. He is. I parried that. He is adapting. I fucking parried that unblockable. And the game said no. Big crazy. He's into the light. That's interesting. Do heavy here. Back up. Dodge for heavy. What was that? That was the most awkward bash punish I've ever seen. Unfortunate. That was really awkward. That was such an awkward bash he was trying to do. Oh god. What the world? Woo! Calm down, sir. Yes. Heavy. Heavy again. What the fuck? Why is he just bashing like that? Was that the whole reason, just to bait that? I don't get it. I dodged. Insane. Just eats damage. What? This guy's legendary. Oh! Heavy. Oh, he's cracked. I'm gonna light here, you eat it. Light Tycoon. That was legendary. Very awkward interactions that was very awkward. Bro kinda just ate most of my offense besides the random shit he flipped. Not really sure why. MM Gaming, I guess, but that's probably gonna be it for that one, for this one. But as I said, that's my genuine opinion of the TG changes that happened a little bit ago. I highly doubt this will be the last TG. I hope they don't, but if they really want to make that last TG, just work on the minor things that most people are complaining about. Bring wave dashing back, nerf grab, get rid of the dodge grab, you know, stuff like that. It's pretty much generic stuff. Feignable kick's amazing. Keep it, gives them real pressure. But other than that, you guys did a great job with the TG. Keep it up. Probably one of the better TGs you guys have ever done. But you didn't absolutely break the character, which I like. But nevertheless, you guys have a fantastic day. Stay safe out there. Magic out.